Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the April 2022 reading for the zodiac sign of Aries. Aries, I hope your season is treating you well so far. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my channel. That helps me greatly when you subscribe. But also when you subscribe, you'll be notified when I post videos in the future. With that being said, let's go and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close for you. We're going to do a column all about April. We're going to take a look at money, love, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We're also going to do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. Let's see. We have a summary card for things that are wrapping up and coming to a close for you. We have the card stretch. Stretching can mean one of two things, like either you're stretching, getting ready, preparing for things, or it could just be acknowledging that you've had to work really hard and kind of stretch to get things done these last few weeks. But let's see what messages we have here. The first card we have is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is truly like the Knight in Shining Armor card. It's Prince or Princess Charming. Very romantic, very proposal-like. Some of you could have been entering into a new relationship. This can also be a card of business proposals as well. You could have gotten married or engaged too. The next card that we have is the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. You see the full rainbow of cups at the top there. There's a happy couple, kids playing, the grass is green, water is running. There's a house in the background. It's really the card of everything. It's family, contentment, total love, and support. Really, really great card. And then the last card that we have is the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of patience, delayed success, or waiting. You see this person planted their pentacles and now they're basically waiting for them to grow. Let's see what clarifying messages I have for you, Aries. Let's see what we can give you here. The first card we have is the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork, collaboration. It's very quality. Again, if you're in a relationship, it is a very quality relationship. This is also about collaborating though. This is like well-rounded. So you and this person have a good connection, or if this is a business proposal, it's quite well-rounded too. Really a lot of give and take, well balanced there. The next card that we have is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a very confident, self-assured card. This needs to be you, Aries, making sure that you're confident and staying self-assured. But part of it though, sometimes if you're not always feeling the Ten of Cups moments, you need to remind yourself that you're worthy, that it is coming for you. You could already be living it. Again, very confident, very self-assured. Then the next card we have is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a card of quick action, change, speed, news coming in. Good card to see on top of a stagnant card like the Seven of Pentacles, a waiting type card. If things haven't started moving for you yet, Aries, they definitely will here quite soon with that Eight of Wands. Now let's take a look at our next column, which is general, what's going to happen in April. We have the card Perception. Very likely your perception is going to change on something in the next month. There are so many changes and evolutions that we go through as part of our own season. So again, this is Aries season for those zodiac signs. But let's see what messages we have here. The first card that we have is the Fool card. The Fool card is the number 1 or the first card in the major arcana. It's fresh hopes, it's taking chances, it's new paths, it's new beginnings. It's almost like a fresh start, if you will. So definitely something new and big coming for you in the month of April. The next card that we have is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a card of having lots and lots of choices. If you look at this card, there's something different in every cup that's going on here. So you may have lots of options. This is also a card of commitment issues, so some of you could be hesitant to commit to this new path, although the message coming in is that you really do need to fully commit to one thing, Aries. The next card that we have is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is very free-spirited and very creative. With this new path, first and foremost, you do need to be creative, but I feel like this is very freeing. Some of you feel confined or very limited in what you're doing. Maybe you're doing a job right now that's really not fulfilling to you. So this will be much more fulfilling. Maybe, this is a terrible example, maybe you're a librarian right now and you hate reading and you're going to become a veterinarian and you love animals. It's that kind of shift of something that you really dislike to something you really love. Very freeing, but again, creative is a big message that's sticking out there too, as well as committing to one path. But let's see what kind of other messages I can clarify for you here. The first card that we have is the Hangman. The Hangman is a card of being really stagnant. If you look, this person is quite literally hanging there by their foot. So for some of you, you've been waiting for more information or waiting for something to change before you could go on this full path, this new path. Again, I do think the waiting is over, but it's acknowledging that you've been waiting for this new opportunity or this new beginning or this new adventure. The next card that we have is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is a card of not very good relationships. This is bullies, theft, violence, abusive relationships. Going off of the commitment issues that are tied to the Seven of Cups, some of you could have been hesitant to get into a relationship because there were red flags and this other person wasn't very good. There could be some red flags on the path too, and maybe that's why you're being non-committal. But do be aware of these not very good relationships and kind of be steering clear. There could be some challenges too, or some obstacles that I'm feeling associated with the Five of Swords. It's kind of lots of little things going on with the Seven of Cups there. The next card that we have is the Emperor card. The Emperor card is a card of respect, leadership, and then really strategic planning. When I see the Emperor card, it's a long term. It's all about being long term. So what I'm getting is that this new path, this new adventure, whatever is associated with the Fool here is really good long term for you. Again, it's going to be very freeing. It's going to enable you to be very creative. It's the opportunity you've been waiting for. And the Emperor is saying, yes, this is the right thing to do long term. Now let's take a look at the money column, which is anything related to money. Think job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, truly anything money related. And let's see what messages I can give you here. The first card we have is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a really good card. This is the card of wishes coming true. It's also a card of material abundance. The Knight of Cups is a really, really good card to have in our money reading, just given its association to material abundance, aka money. But this is also saying whatever you want on the money perspective, you can have. The next card that we have is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a card of speed, action, quick change, news coming in. We had the Eight of Wands earlier too, so do expect some sort of shift coming in for you. I do think with the Fool card, going back to that, for some of you, you could be quitting a job and starting a business too. That could be that new path or that freedom you're hoping for. But definitely news coming in or some sort of change happening there. The next card that we have is the Tower card. The Tower card is oftentimes an unwanted change. It doesn't mean it's a bad change, and almost always with the Tower card, it's a change that has to happen, but it just doesn't happen the way you wanted it to. Maybe the timing was off, or some of the small details just didn't work out the way you wanted. So do expect a change there as well. Let's see what other messages I can get for you here, clarifying. The next card that we have is the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is another really good money card. This is a card of leaving a legacy, retirement, inheritance. When I see the Ten of Pentacles, it's long-term money. So definitely two really, really wonderful money cards paired together for you, Aries. The next card that we have is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a card of feeling unfulfilled or surprise gifts, so two very different meanings. Some of you could be feeling a lack of fulfillment associated with your current work. If you look at this person, they're kind of just like blank staring, arms crossed, not very enthusiastic. The other meaning of this card is surprise gifts, which is that fourth cup kind of floating in on the side there. So for some of you, that could be like a bonus, raise, promotion of some sort of more or new money that you weren't expecting. Regardless, so news coming in could be that money coming in. Or for those of you feeling that lack of fulfillment, there's going to be some sort of news or some sort of change that's going to help kind of set you on that path that's feeling very positive regardless of whichever message it associates with. The next card we have is the Judgment card. The Judgment card is a card that's favorable for you. I always like to point that out when we have the Judgment. This is a card of clarity, making a final decision. Maybe you make a decision and it just doesn't play out quite the way you hoped it would. Still will be good, still will be favorable for you, and there will be a lot of clarity. The other thing with the Judgment card, this is about being on your life's purpose, being on your life path. So again, it might not feel perfect with the Tower card, but it's realigning you and putting you exactly where you need to be, Aries. So now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to love. So think family, friends, marriage, children, anything that we associate with love. And let's see what messages we have there. The first card we have is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a very charming card. So we'll clarify this a little bit. For some of you, this could be you, but some of you could be getting ready to get in a relationship with somebody in April that has very, very charming features. But let's see. It's also a card of courage. So some of you may need to have the courage to leave a relationship, to put yourself out there and look for a new relationship. Sometimes it's the courage to stay single. We don't necessarily need to be with somebody in life, Aries, to have a good life. The next card that we have is the Chariot card. The Chariot card is a card of action, change, journey. It's described as the vroom vroom card, which really just means things are moving. I'm not sure what this means, but there is just action and change associated with your love life. You're on that journey to maybe finding your partner or growing a family, or finding your way as being single and wanting to be single. The next card that we have is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a card excuse me, being very traditional, very conventional. It's also a card of expectations. I think a lot of you have a lot of expectations for your current relationship or new relationship, but it feels really good. It's like you know what you want. When you know what you want, you can get that. There's no need to like conform to something. Basically what you want will come to you. So these expectations that you have set for love look really, really good, Aries. Let's clarify this column and see what other messages we can get. The first card we have is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is a card oftentimes of being patient. So I feel like some of you have been waiting for a relationship, waiting to get over someone. There's been some sort of patience or waiting or related to love. Maybe you've been trying to have children for a while. There just feels something in this column that's been waited on. This could also be a card of money. So if you're in a relationship, you could possibly expect your partner to be getting a pay raise or promotion. When I see this card, sometimes it's moving in together too. Like you might move in with your significant other, and so we're going from a one-income household to a two-income household. See that a lot with those type of cards. It's typically like money in the relationship, if that makes sense. The next card that we have is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is healing, being supported. Again, for some of you, you just need to like be brave and be courageous. You're on this journey of healing. You're on this journey being supported, which is all good things. The next card that we have is the Tower card. So we do have 2 side-by-side Tower cards. There's just changes coming up, and again, these aren't perfect changes. They're unwanted in some fashion. Some detail about them is not exactly what you wanted, Aries. But again, these changes are always changes that are meant to happen. You could, and this isn't even really a bad thing, you could have a change in your expectations or a change in how far you're willing to conform to be with somebody, which again, good things. Now we're going to take a look at our 5th and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. So we're going to pull a summary card here. We have the card Revolution. I'm not surprised to see this, especially because we are, like I said, in Aries season, whether you're March or April. But this is like time to revolt, to totally change things up, to really like rework who you are, what you want, what you're doing. It's like revolution and evolution, if you will, Aries. Well, let's see what messages we have coming through. The first card we have is the Sun card. I love the Sun card so much. It should be my favorite card in the deck. It's really wonderful. It's a card of material happiness, joyous outcomes, success. Really, really wonderful card. So if there's anything you're wondering about, this is saying, yeah, it's going to be really, really good. This revolution, evolution is going to be very, very good on the other side. The next card that we have is the Empress card. The Empress card is a card of creation, abundance. For some people, this could also be a card of pregnancy and fertility. So for those of you helping to grow your family, this is a really good card as well. But going into a very abundant period in life makes sense with the Sun card there as well. The next card that we have is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of luxury, self-sufficiency, financial gain. It's really, really good spread here. Lots of happiness, lots of abundance, lots of money as well coming for you in this new chapter. Let's clarify and see what other messages I can give you, Aries. The first card that we have is Temperance. Temperance is a card of balance and harmony. Really good card to have. So not only are you going to have that material happiness, success, joy, things are also going to be balanced, and there will be really nice harmony to this new you. The next card we have is the Eight of Pentacles. This is just a card of working hard, and it's saying that you're really good at the things that you're doing. It's working smarter, not harder, but the work that you're doing is valued and appreciated. You're working, you're creating. Again, that Empress card being the creation card. Then at the bottom we have the Hermit card. And the Hermit card is about being on your own personal path or your own personal quest. So I feel like you're on this path. You're living it to the fullest. You're finally at the point where you are doing what you should be doing. So now at this point in time, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you could pause the video and think of them really quick. But for question number 1, we have the King of Diamonds. This is number 15 card. That's going to be a yes. For question number 2, we have the Four of Spades. This is number 49 card. That's going to be a no. And for question number 3, we have the Two of Hearts. This is the number 19 card. That's also a yes. So we have yes, no, yes, Aries. We're also going to take a look at the Healing Stones deck, and we're going to pull a card from here. This is going to be a crystal of the month for you. So carry this crystal with you. Put it on your nightstand. Put it on your desk at work. Keep it in your pocket. Just keep it around you for the month of April. We have the card Adventuring. This is going to be good for meditation and introspective. It really gives you inner and outer peace. And it's really about being in the right place at the right time. Last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. And your note says, you have the power to heal your life, and you need to know that. Often we think we are helpless, and we are not. We always have the power of our minds. Claim and consciously use your power. Thank you so much, Aries, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and let me know how this video resonates. If you subscribe to my channel, again, you'll be notified when I post future videos, and that helps me a lot. If you feel inclined, to include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Aries, and have a wonderful rest of your April.